This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, ang realtor na patok. This episode is brought to you by Dr. Lourdes Capulong.
You were exposed because your family introduced you to music. It was your grandparents?
Yes.
Who introduced you to music, and as a young boy, you grew up in a family of music. How important is music for our mental health?
Music is a basic necessity of humanity. Every individual need to have music within, and it is very important. Even with children, I think we talked about it before. If they have young children at home, they don't have to tell them to listen to this. No, just play something. Play the music of Mozart while they're playing. Just play something very soft, doesn't have to be loud. Unconsciously, their system is absorbing that, and it will reflect in their behavior later on, their discipline. And there's a study in that, especially the music of Mozart, the music of Bach. Just keep the music playing very soft while the kids are playing. It needs to be part of each individual. Music is very, very important to us.
Tapos, since you said music is very, very important to us, yung mga parents na pag nag-pick up ng instrumento yung mga anak nilang adolescents, may mga magulang pa rin ngayon na takot na,
Yeah.
bitawan mo yan, baka mamaya gawin mo yan, hindi ka kikita dyan.
Exactly.
Mag-nursing ka.
Exactly. And that's fine.
Pero yung pinapabitawan yung instrumento.
Pero wag bibitawan. We talked about this before. We
Yeah.
have our educational program, right?
Yes.
And a big part of our donors, the money that we collect from the donors, sponsorship, we support our educational program. So now we have in South Bay, in Carson area, we're going to open one pretty soon, if not before the end of this year, early next year in Panorama City.
Oy.
And then one in Glendale, we're going to open it again. So that's very important for their children to at least learn how to play a musical instrument and get them trained correctly. Like there's a teacher or they can roll to our group. We have our teachers. Some of our members are our teachers because that will help them. It's about the discipline. Not all of them will become a professional musician.
Kuya Baba, I want you to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
Because people confuse discipline for discipline. Don't be confused. Yung sinasabi ni Kuya Bob na discipline, it really is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Discipline. Correct?
Yes, exactly. Discipline is not only maghugas ka ng plato,
No.
maglinis ka ng bahay. It's a classically trained musician. The discipline is first yung repetitive, yung ensayo mo, may pinapractice ka din. Taro dito, din, taro dito. Yung nung bata ako natuturiri yung tenga ng mga pisa ko because paulit-ulit. But that's part of the discipline. Yun yung boredom, di ba may mga bata, I'm bored. Nawawala yung because ang training nila ganoon, na-overcome nila yung ganoon. Because ang goal is excellence. You want to make that excellent, perfect. This is the way how to do it. Hindi mangyayari ng isang idlap, hindi mangyayari ng isang best, dalawa, tatlo. It needs to be more than that.
So repetition is the master of skills.
Yeah,
talaga.
yeah. Kaya yung nabobored, why? Why are you bored? You can always do something. You can always be proactive in doing something. And that's part of the discipline. And mahusay sa bata na natututo ng ganun. And then later on, during their studies, may study nga na maraming nag-aaral ng music, they're very good in math.
Why is that so?
Because yung analytical skill yung thinking, they
Nade-develop ang critical mind,
they
diba?
develop ang critical mind. They love to think more. Kaya, 'di ba? Mas nagugustuhan na yung mga ganung subjects na nag-iisip sila. And then mag-stick sa kanila yon, nagiging behavior na nila yun Ganun na sila. It's in the system. It's because part of it is nag-aral ng music ng bata. Ganun. And then, not all of them will become professional musicians. If you're nervous na hindi magiging nurse yun, that's okay. Hindi mangyayari yun. Pwede pa rin silang maging nurse at the same time tumugtog. Ang living testament is some of our musicians,
Yes.
right? Myself,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yung isa sa mga teachers ko nung sa Pilipinas, si Dr. Yanko, dentista siyang magaling. Actually, siyang naging inspiration ko rito nung nag-aaral ako dito.
Wow.
Magaling siyang flutista pero dentista siya. Pagdating ko rito, teka, si Sunny Angko, dentista pero magaling na. Bakit hindi ako hindi rin makagawa na makapag-umpisa ng bagong karir? Kaya ko rin yan.
Yeah.
Ganon, kailangan may inspirasyon eh. Pero wag kasi silang matatakot na magiging musician, hindi yayaman, at saka hindi ko mayaman kay masaya ka. Pero maraming successful na musician na hindi mayaman, masaya.
Yes.
Karamihan masaya.
Yes.
Because happiness is not all about material things. It's not all
I
about...
agree.
Di ba?
Yes.
Music is something beyond that na hindi pwedeng nakawin sa iyo. Yumaman ka, maloko ka, maubos lahat ng pera mo. Ang music, once you have that, it's yours. Walang pwedeng numakaw niya sa'yo. Pwede mo lang i-share yan. Walang pwedeng magnakaw. Hanggang mamatay ka sa'yo yan. Di ba?
Kaka-inspire.
I-share lang. Sharing lang ang option. Hindi pwedeng nakawin. Lahat ng material things sa pinaghirapan natin dahil nagtrabaho tayo, pwedeng mawala yan sa isang idlip eh. Pero music is not. And the discipline, nasa system mo yan hanggang pagtanda mo.
Which means, alam mo kung paano ka palagi tatahak dahil yung rudiments, again, no pun intended.
Exactly. Oh.
Kung paano mabuhay at kung paano i-disiplina ang sarili mo to master a skill is already in you.
Yeah. Kaya minsan mahirap din unawain kasi ang ibang musicians, mahirap eh. Kasi yung skill natin, yung disiplina, kailangan ganito, hindi yung naging ganoon eh. Pero that's it. Kasi nasubukan na natin yun eh. Naging maayos tayo because of that skill, because of that discipline. Kung wala yun, hindi ka makakabuo na isang konsyerto, hindi mo, ano yun eh, hindi madaling trabaho yun.
Alam mo napansin ko, no? I have friends and I'm in my 50s now. Nung bata kami, nag-aadik-adik sila, mga musicians din sila, nag-aadik-adik sila. Nagkita-kita kami during the pandemic. And ang aliwalas ng mukha nila, and tinanong ko, sabi ko, nagsasyabu ka pa ba? Or, hindi, tinigil ko yan, Pax. So sabi ko, what changed? You know what they said? Kuya Bob, to your point, ha? Sineryoso ko yung pagtugtog ko.
Oh, di ba?
And that required discipline and realization na I had to choose. Gusto ko ba maging addict o gusto ko ba gumaling sa pagtugtog ko? And I was like...
Exactly.
And so sabi ko, anong ginawa mo? Iniwan ko lahat ng mga addict kong kaibigan. Sumama ako sa mga malilinis na kaibigan na magagaling tumugtog.
Yeah.
And doon ako gumaling.
Yeah. Kasi ganoon talaga eh. Yung be serious about the music. Be serious about the craft. And you'll get a natural high. You don't need to spend money to get high. You'll get it, and it's even a lot better and a lot healthier high. Right? Yeah, ganun lang simple yun. But really, the discipline is the key. And if there's an opportunity, lalo na sa mga parents, if your children are interested to learn piano or other instruments, go. Bayaan nyo siya because just make sure that you bring them to a good teacher.
How will you know if the teacher is good? Like, let's say mom and dad have know nothing about music and they're watching right now and they're following your advice. How will they know na magaling yung teacher o hindi?
They need to call. It depends on the availability, right? Let's say here in LA, they can call us and we can make recommendations. Kung sinong teacher, saan pupunta. Kung nakatira sila sa area na wala silang, call the local college, the local university, yung may department of music. Call them, reach out. Kasi minsan, UCLA, meron silang extension program.
Right.
They conduct like a training for children. Maraming ganun na merong training program per children na pwede silang mag-start. Or merong pwedeng teacher doon o estudyante na isang teacher doon, let's say, nagtuturo ng piano. At least alam nila ang teacher galing sa maayos na eskwela o maayos na institusyon. Yeah. Importante yun. So, reach out sa local colleges kung wala silang contact. Kasi importante yun. Ang teacher dito, ino-audition eh.
Hindi lang basta-basta teacher.
Oo, i-audition ka. You have to play. Minsan sa parents, kaya may open house minsan yung mga teachers, they play. At saka yung magaling, yung basihan ng magaling, hindi lang sinabi sa'yo, sinabi ng kaibigan mo. Do your homework kung ano talaga yung magaling, di ba?